Hello and welcome to our Scrapbook Live for the month of December of 2022, which means it's our last Scrapbook Live of this year. But don't worry, it's going to be a good one. I sneak peeked at the kits, so I know how great it is. My name is Alice Bull, and I run the membership group at scraphappy.org. And it is so much fun to be looking at some scrapbooking today. If you're here live, then somewhere along the way, I'm going to do a draw for a free kit from the ScrapRoom. I'll show you just in a sec how awesome these kits are. They don't pay me to do this. I buy my own kit and then they provide a giveaway kit for us. So now you know the terms of what's happening here today. I thought I'd first just show you the page that I made last month. I don't always do that. Let's be real. Sometimes I don't get my journaling done in time, or I just walk away and I don't even think about it. But I thought I would start by showing you that. So I'm going to just click this right here. Oh, that's a little bit too close. So let's go to this one here. And so this is the page that I made last time with the kit. Now, this is actually not attached here. I have this just taped on, so because this is going to go onto my page protector and it will flip up. So you won't actually see anything except for this on the page when you're just looking at it in the book. And then the little flip is where you can see all of my journaling hiding underneath. And I just thought it was so cute and got to scrapbook part of my Disney trip. So that was super fun. I've just used a little bit of tape to hold this and just kind of tuck it to the back so that I can remember to put this back on. So that was the page from last time. I loved the sketch. We actually used the sketch from the November kit, and it had like a strip across here, and then we did some fussy cutting to get all of this put together. I love how it turned out, and the background is very dark, very colorful, and I find that it's very interesting that I'm looking at it here on my desktop. It's almost blending right in, but I think in the book, when it's like, you know, a little less pink everywhere, it'll stand out a little bit more. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sophia, she says she's not scrapbooking today, but she is arting and crafting while I watch, doing some art journaling, messing with paint. It's all good. You can be scrapbooking with me. You can be doing other artistic things. You can be doing your housework. You can be doing whatever. If you're hanging out, you're hanging out. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so here's my kit from the ScrapRoom. This is the December kit. And I just guessed that there would be some Christmas stuff in this kit. So I had already pre-printed one picture that was very Christmassy. And I thought, well, maybe we'll see what's in here. So here we go. First off, I do get the coffee in my kit. Oh, I know what I can do. I can show you this. So we've got here the roasted chestnut coffee. That is the little sampler that came in my kit for this month. I've got my sketch. There is the cut file. That is a super cute cut file. It doesn't really work for what I wanted to do today, but it is a super cute cut file. So I really did consider trying to work with those machines. I struggle with them sometimes. And then I've got my different flavors in the flavors of the month. I also get the add-on embellishment kit. So with the add-on embellishments, then I have lots of extra little goodies. So we'll put those to the side for a second while I show you what's in the kit. So we're going to start with the Cartabella Letters to Santa. And this paper here, oh, okay, for starters, if you haven't had Cartabella paper before, Cartabella is related to Echo Park. It's kind of part of the same company, but their Cartabella line is all their textured paper. So I just want to sit here and be like, ooh, the texture. So if you like that textured basil paper, Amazing. Best says the Zoom looks crystal clear in all views. Yay. I'm so happy. Like we had this all set up to work and then suddenly just everything stopped. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So we have here this Cartabella paper. This is called Letters to Santa. I'm a big fan of this already. This is my kind of like, yum. Here, let's move this over. We've got a nice simple green for the background. You got to have those beautiful B-sides that are nice and plain so that you can layer them between all the fun, crazy patterns. Lori says it's such a nice way to get my day started. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. It makes my day even better. Oh, and then we've got some little candy canes on the back of this one. Snowflakes over here. And ooh, I like this with the Christmas trees. And then they've mixed in 2 sheets of red cardstock. This is some maraschino cardstock. And then in the embellishments, you know, that's the good stuff, right? Embellishments, lots of the fun. We've got a 1/4 pack of ephemera, which is like the little doodads here. So the little ephemera pieces, they've opened a pack and you kind of get a little mixture of stuff. See, isn't this pattern just gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And then you get some puffy stickers, like part of a kit. I got one that says Christmas and some little embellishment pieces. And then I've also got some of these in little red enamel dots. Okay, so that's cool. Lots of fun little pieces for me to play with in there. And then we can pop this back over here. All the little bits back, try not to lose them. So this is a good contender. So you guys want to see what I actually brought out to Scrapbook today? Yeah, it's my Santa photo. My friends and I went to a craft fair and I convinced them to go get pictures with Santa with me. And no, we did not sit on Santa's lap because, you know, we didn't want to kill the poor guy. But we didn't want to squish the poor guy. But this was us there, super fun. Oh, Donna needs some headphones. Put that on your Christmas list. She says that her hubby's like, I don't want to listen to you talk about scrapbooking all day. That's okay. She's here and she's hanging out with us. Okay, so next up, we've got a Pink Fresh kit called Happy Holidays. Little embellishments. We'll get to that in a second. Let's look at the papers. This first paper is super nice. We've got this green one, Season's Greetings. This kind of pinky one with the stuff. Do you guys do pink for Christmas? So like, there's a question for you. Pink, yay or nay when it comes to Christmas? Because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Shannon's like, now I want a Shirley Temple with the name on that cardstock. With the last one. Yeah, with the last one, I think, with the last kit. Yeah, super cute. So I like this actually, this framed piece. Like, I think that would be super cute. One of the things I probably would do is take my craft knife and cut these out a little bit so that I could tuck things just underneath some of the edges, because otherwise you're kind of just building on top of the frame. And I kind of want to work that frame into what I do. So that's something I like. Oh, I'll go with the stars. And then very nice plaid. I like the plaid. And then we've got some blue snowflake paper, 2 sheets of white cardstock to go with, but very, very nice. Okay, so let's see what's in the ephemera. Let's see, let's pick something that's simple so I can put this on top. Mark says she has lots of Christmas papers with pink. So she's okay with that. I still struggle with the pink. I have done some, but it's definitely not my go-to. Okay, so let's see what's in here. We've got some embellishment pieces. Oh, I know, I forgot to show you guys something. Okay, so we've got some embellishment pieces. Oh, this one even has some foil on it. It's all shiny. And then we've got a texture sticker, like one of those pop-up stickers. A wood embellishment. So there you go, wood embellishment, and a row of enamel dots. Nice. Okay, so that looks really good. Also, like I mentioned, I have an add-on embellishment kit. I forgot to show you that for the last one, what was in the embellishment kit that matched with the other kit. So let's have a look. Okay, so in my, no, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. That's not right. In my add-on embellishment kit for the Cartabella, there is a half of a sticker sheet. It says, oh, is that this one? Half of a sticker sheet from Cartabella. So I think that's this right here. Does that match? Is that right? Oh, I don't know if that's right. This is the one for the Pink Fresh. This one makes sense. No, I think this is Simple Stories. Maybe not. Oh, element stickers. Oh no, it's this whole sheet. Haha. There we go. But going with that first kit was this whole sheet. Oh, it says one Cartabella. I'm reading the next thing. I'm reading 2 lines. Apparently, I'm really good at this. So this is the full sheet of stickers that goes with this kit. Nicey, nicey. So this was in the add-on embellishment kit. Otherwise, you have like those other embellishments I showed you. But that full sheet of stickers, nice. Okay, so with this one, this is the one that says half a pack of Pink Fresh frames. See, apparently, if you read, it makes more sense. So yeah, have a pack of the frames, and you can see like some of these are multi-layered frames, so you get a lot. They've kind of filled all the spaces, which I appreciate when they actually fill all that space, because once they've done the design, I don't think it costs them more to have it all cut out. And if it does, they made the investment in the right place, if you ask me. So okay, so let's grab this. Oh, okay, I see. There's like a bonus in here. Oh, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so that's kit number 2. We are working on our flavors, and the next flavor up is from Simple Stories. It's called Mix and a Mingle. Not just mix and mingle, mix and a mingle. And so let's go to here. And first off, embellishments, full sheet of stickers in here. So you get the full 12 by 12 sheet of stickers. Oh, this is pretty. So it's kind of got that grid paper in the background, and then you have your florals with all of the poinsettias on top. And then some nice green pattern, the little banner. What you call those banners? They kind of look like it, right? With the little stars. It's cute. And then we've got some holly leaves on the back here. And that's there. Now you can see the patterns up close of these two. This is like a more of a minty green. I'm not sure if you're seeing the minty green nice enough. It's like a little bit happier of a color. I don't know. Maybe that's my next thing, is to work on lighting. we had some of that sorted too, but you know, if I can get this working good. And then this is adorable. Okay, so where's my puppy people at? Because you got to see these cute little puppies on here. Some of them have little reindeer antlers on them. It's pretty cute. They've got little scarves and little jackets, little sleighs. Cute. Okay. The red is the type of pattern paper that you find really useful. Oh, it was that a previous one? Oh, no, this one here. Yes, very useful. Technically, it's a pattern, but you can kind of just use it like a solid. Exactly. That is the magic of like a well-designed A side. Yeah, Shannon says, I love the puppies. They're so cute. And it's funny because these puppies looked like little Dachshunds or something, like something a little longer in the body. And here, like there's like a little Scotty dog on here. So it's not like they've just said there's only one kind of puffy out there. I've got 2 sheets of paper. This is cream puff cardstock to go with, to kind of match with the creamy tones from the Simple Stories collection. Let's be real, I'm gonna do it with white because that's my style. In my pack here, I have this full it's part of a pack. It's half of a pack of ephemera with lots of little pieces, really cute things. Great for doing the little layers, right? When you just need a little piece that sticks out, or just need a little bit more green over here, and I'm gonna sneak something in. So this is actually something I don't like. I'm gonna just say, with splitting words like this, like, I know it says Christmas, but my brain is not reading it well. Like, it's not, that's not something I love, but that's okay. That was their choice. A little mantle place. Oh, so yeah, cute. Oh, these are like little ornaments in a box. Okay, and I could have totally been showing these to you up close the whole time. They're like the little ornaments, maybe like in the box when you're unwrapping them to put them on the tree. That's cute. Lots of little pieces. So it must be a very nice big packet of stuff. There is a deck of the halls, very appropriate. Oh, and this is like your little village on your buffet or your side table. Nice. Okay, and then here we go. We also get a half pack of these, and then a half sheet of this as a bonus. So we get all of these that was included with the embellishment pack, and then there's an additional like half sheet of puffy. And I love these. These actually get on my pages a lot. So do these ones. So I have to say, these are great products from Simple Stories because I use them. Any stuff that we use, it's the good stuff, right? We're making sure that it gets on our pages. Good stuff. Okay, finally, we have one last kit. One last kit. I really seem to be drawn to the fireplace images this year, says April. And she said their dog when she was a child was a mini Dash, and so she has a soft spot for them. Aww. Okay, final kit. We got some Vicky Boutin. I'm gonna unzoom this desktop for a second, and we will look at embellishments in a sec. We're gonna like restrain ourselves and just look at the papers first. So 3 sheets of pattern paper. First one up. Nice. It's a nice polka. Oh, actually, this feels very rich. I like the tones in this paper very much. Like, when you want Christmassy red, I actually want like this red. Beautiful poinsettia paper. Oh, and a black and white buffalo plaid. Is that buffalo plaid or is it not? Maybe it's not. I don't even know. This one's nice. I like all the colors. This feels very Vicky. Feels very Vicky. And then a nice simple pattern for the back. This is kind of like tan paper. I've got 2 sheets of cardstock that are dark olive. And then for embellishments, oh, do I have like more of a neutral? Oh yeah, this is a little more neutral. Kathleen says, I agree. I love the plaid. April says, I love plaid. If you really want to get my engine racing, you give me a diagonal plaid, right? Right? I know, it's so good. The diagonal is just, it's so good for layering, right? Like, that's the thing. It's so good for layering. Look at this. I've got some washi tape in here. There's washi tape, and then there is like a bunch of like embellishment. And these are they're sturdy, right? Like they're a really thick cardstock paper, which I like. I like a lot. Okay, so what did I do? Did I take something? Oh, did I say the wrong thing? Hold on. the thickers, oh, that I showed you for the last one are actually for this one. Okay, I'm really good at this, you guys. Is this like the one where I've had the most problems about figuring out what goes where? These go with this one. Uh, Simple Stories Ephemera was with the other one. Okay, yeah, I do. I have this, and there's the ephemera. Okay, all good. We've got stuff. It's amazing. I've got things to scrapbook with. So now I have this picture, well, and this picture actually. I think I would probably do both on my layout. So now the biggest question is, which is the best kit for them? The reds that we're wearing and that Santa's wearing are pretty red. So this one's looking like it might not really have the tones of red that I need, but does it matter? I don't know. You know, I was quite drawn to that little puppy dog paper that we just had in this last one because it was just so cute. And we've got the reds in here in this collection that are really, really red. So there is that one. Going back here, we've got this pink fresh line as well. I like how clean it is. And that's a very nice plaid. So far I think this is winning. And then we've got this first one. Oh, and I did like this one with the Cartabella too. But oh, the reds do work. I still think this is better. Okay, we're gonna use the puppy dogs. We're gonna use the puppy. I know there's no puppy dogs in our picture, but that's okay. Yeah, the greenery from Pink Fresh, so nice. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's have a look at this, and we'll put things aside. And it looks like we're gonna play with this. Okay, jingle bells. Oh, that's fun. Oh, and we've got that little hearth in here too. So this red does have the puppies, so I have to think about that a lot because I don't want to mess that up. And then we have these other ones. Ooh, and you know, I said I was going to use white because cream, I struggle with cream, you guys. It is not my thing. Not my thing. Can I do it? Yes. Do I want to? No. So let's go there. Just looking to see, did one of them come with white? The Pink Fresh came with white. So we're gonna go sneak that out of that kit. And I'm gonna build it on a white background. Woo! Shocking. Lori says, me too, cream is hard. And I get it. Like they have cream undertones in a lot of this stuff. There's also white on these. So I reserve the right to just do what I want to do. So there we go. So random question, says Ruth. She says, when is the next load? We start our next load February 1st. We do load 3 times a year, and February, May, and then October. The October one is just for Scrap Happy members. And yeah, so in February, and we have announced our theme. Hello, Donna. Good to see you. I didn't see your camera yet. Looks like she's getting in the car. Yeah, so we just announced our theme for our next load. Super excited. We are doing, hold on, I gotta come right at you with this. We are doing a theme called Space Nerds. Now, I don't have the sales page out for anybody that's not a Scrap Happy member yet, but Space Nerds. So it's going to be inspired by Star Wars, Star Trek, and all the other star type things. Think like asteroids, video games, and then just let your mind wander. So that's going to be the plan for that one. And that's going to happen in February, our Space Nerds. So I'm really excited about that. That's why I'm like, I have to just tell you. So yeah, we just announced that at our happy hour this past month, like in November. Okay, so this is feeling better with white because I just like it more. So I'll do what I want. She says, exciting. Thank you. I know. I'm like, ooh. Shannon says, could we do a little house theme sometime? I'm so excited. I met Melissa Gilbert. How point this week. Oh my gosh. Well, that's super cool. Little house. I'm gonna add that to my list. I do have a running list of ideas. And so like when I come up with something, I'm like, oh, that would be a good load. Or when somebody says that, then I add that to my little house. Prairie. Load idea. Okay, I got to put it on the right list, but I can't do that right now. So I think I'm good. Beth says, I think Little House would lend itself to a lot of good prompts. See, now the wheels are turning, right? This is what happens. April says, I did a sample one year based on a Little House book. Aw. So many good ideas. See, the wheels start turning and everybody's like, actually. Like, actually, I was really surprised that we hadn't managed to do like Star Wars or Star Trek or something yet. I'm like, how has this not happened? I'm a little bit of a Star Trek nerd, more of a Trekkie nerd than a Star Wars nerd, although I've watched all that too. I just, I kind of love it a little less, you know. And give me some classic Captain Kirk, give me some Captain Picard, like, you know, so good. April says, I like them both, but Ethan is Star Wars only. Right? We kind of, you know, usually you pick a side, right? Oh, it was like a load sample page. I think I remember that. Little House inspired. We have had prompts. When we did, okay, so years ago, before I was hosting the loads, we did one inspired by books or children's books. Was it books or children's books? And somebody remembers, you know, fix me up. But we did one years ago inspired by either books or children's books. And I think it was children's books.
Well, now I don't know. I just remember we had done Past Perfect. And I think the first prompt that one was like, what were your favorite books as a kid? Because I remember doing that layout and it was about little houses. So it made me think.
No, you did the Little House. Okay, because I think that one, I'm sure it was children's books because I ended up having, I did the one that was so and so is this. It was a book series that I didn't actually read myself, but I knew the titles of them when I got it, and I'm like, ooh. And so I had done like this page about Alice is Fearless or something like that, and it just kind of fit with the whole theme. And I had done one about with Nancy Drew as well, because I was so excited to get that one because that was like my all-time favorite book series as a kid. So I'm just like thinking back, I'm like, ooh, is it terrible that we've done that and I still want to do it again?
No, because there's so many, you know, there's so many possibilities, right? I mean,
right, you know, and just trying to hit all of the highlights from people's childhood. That would be a challenge, right? Such a challenge, because there's so many different ideas of like what the best children's books are. And I don't know, for me, there were books that came up during that Once Upon a Time. Was that what it's called?
That was
April.
it. Yes.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
It was so cute. What a fun idea for a load prompt. Okay. I'm looking at all my papers. You know, those A sides will help me get my other stuff all on the page, but I'm like, I really like this pattern. I'm actually tempted to do one of those pages with the strips. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, Jen Brett, beautiful books. Some Babylon 5, Firefly. Going back to our Stays theme stuff, right? There's a lot of good stuff. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut the paper into strips and then rip them a little bit and do like layers, like cascading layers of the strips down my page as a background. Now, before I do that, I should probably map my photos so I have the pieces I need. And I've got some embellishments. Okay, so I'm going to map my photos with the pieces that I need. And then I should be able to do the rest as, see, I need this red. Definitely need the red. But then I don't want to ruin that other side. So I'm going to do this way because you won't be able to tell with the pattern. It's all good. Yeah, once upon a time, I knew I could actually think of the graphic, the little image that was like the sales graphic or the promo graphic for that one, actually. This one. So many good ideas to get us scrapbooking, right? Does anyone remember Pigs in Space from the Muppet Show? No, not at all. See, you guys are like giving me all these ideas and I just want to sit here and like start writing things down. Babylon 5, Firefly, Pigs in Space. Because, you know, I don't want to miss like the good stuff, right? Okay, so we have a mat. Perfect. And then we're going to be doing all the stuff all the way down. I might need another little layer. Gonna need a slightly wider mat too. What am I gonna put this one on? Maybe that one's gonna be on green, and then I won't need another mat. Right. Okay. I think we'll do that. Yeah, Firefly. I know. Like I haven't even been thinking about like space books yet, but my list is already probably 2 months worth of space prompts. It's like, oh yes, and that, don't forget that. 2001 A Space Odyssey. I don't really know that one. It's just the music. Was there a story in that one? Like, really? I think that was a movie just made for art. It's funny because I'd only ever heard of it, and then I finally was like, well, it's obviously classic. I have to watch it. I'm like, why? I can't get that time back. Anybody that loves it, go ahead and love it. But I'm like, that's time I can't get back. Because I kept assuming something is gonna happen to make this really great. Because otherwise, why do people talk about it so much? They just fool everybody else into watching it so they can suffer too. That's my theory. Marcy says she has Mickey Mouse space stuff. See, fun things. Okay, so I don't need the white paper to mount this on, actually, if I'm going to be filling this whole thing. Buzz Lightyear's face. I'm going to use this paper because, like, realistically, when am I ever going to use this cream stuff up? I'll use it as my base after all. Red Dwarf. Oh, I don't know that one. Yeah, I'll write it down. Red Dwarf and Buzz Lightyear. I haven't watched the new one yet. Has anybody watched the new one? I haven't seen it yet. The new Buzz Lightyear movie, or Lightyear. It's called Lightyear. I haven't seen it. I heard somewhat mixed reviews. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna cut some of these. I think I'll start with this at the top so I get like a good layer. Apparently I'm just ripping. I'm not going to cut it off. I might regret that decision later. Let's see. It's a little more manageable when you cut it. Oh, and then I've got this lovely cut for the green on the other side. Okay. So this is what it's going to kind of look like, right? We're going to go down and layer with the strips. I've done lots of layouts like this over the years. And then one of our instructors, It's on the tip of my tongue. I had done a page like that during one of our Scrap Smarter experiences. I've probably done 2 or 3 pages since then, right? Spaceballs. Oh yeah, I know that one's on the list, April. Like, it's so funny. Okay, yes, I'm gonna actually cut this because it will make it easier for me to tear. Yay. Oh, and Alice was not thinking. I tore the wrong side. I want the white edges exposed. I did this one upside down. So now my puppies would be upside down if I put this on. Silly girl. I'm writing down when I see things. Then I'm like, did I do that? Okay, I'm going to tear the other edge. A little small tearing is not my favorite because it doesn't leave as nice of tears generally. So I'm trying to make these as long as possible. Yeah. Danger Will Robinson. I don't think I know that one. Lost in Space. Okay, well. I just had a sticky note over here. It is getting filled up. There we go. So fun. Okay, so that's better. I can hide that top edge and we'll be good. And this one doesn't matter. We're gonna need some more. Let's take some of this paper. Dude, that one's not a mess it up one. So yeah. Have you done a page like this where you tear lots of strips? Do you struggle with tearing, or do you just like go for it and say, oh, well, the idea is to have it torn, so it's fine? Because I like the whole teared look effect, but I'm also really fussy about it. So, you know. Now I want the tear to be at the bottom of my puppy dog. So let's make sure we do this right this time. And there's my bread. We need a little bit more of that other print. Yes. April says, I like it, but I don't know if I've done it. If I did, it was for a class. Galaxy Quest is definitely on my list already. Honestly, Galaxy Quest is the reason I had the idea because it is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's on Alice's list of top 10s. And like, I don't have an official list of top 10s, but I have a good idea of what's on there. And Galaxy Quest is on that list because I love it so much. Yeah, that one's definitely a fave. Anybody that has not seen Galaxy Quest, please, that is your homework before load. Watch Galaxy Quest. I could have just done the whole thing about Galaxy Quest, but you know, I thought, well, maybe not everybody's seen that. And everybody, whether they want it to be or not, has been subjected to some kind of star related something along the line. So yeah, that happens. Whether you want it or not. Okay, so we've got this here. I'm gonna have to start from the bottom. Oh, I could have used those little puppy ones for the bottom. What was I thinking? Totally could have done that. So I need to start from the bottom and I need to have a bottom one. So I'm gonna actually do this little part with the puppies. Oh no, I'm gonna do this stuff. I like that better. I like to bookend my papers with the same ones at the top and bottom. So I'm not doing that. It's like, what would you like the most, Alice? I want it to be like this. Okay. So I'm using up a lot of paper to layer on this paper, but whatever, like that's what I buy it for, to use it. So if you ever feel bad about, feel like you're like just wasting your paper, just remember you bought it for a reason. I don't even need to tear this one, do I? I'm way overthinking that. I don't have to tear it. I've started tearing it. I'm gonna stop. So it's gonna be hidden underneath. That's killing me, by the way. Mork and Mindy. Okay, so let's get this started. There. So I think that the look is just that much sweeter when you use the same at the top and bottom and then you go through the Jetsons. I'm pretty sure they're on my list, but we better mention that. See, this is great. You all are like brainstorming a whole load with me as we all do our scrapbooking. So all the fun stuff, right? Okay, now I'm just gonna lay them out and then I'll start sticking them down, but I want to make sure that, I kind of have an idea of what's gonna go where. Oh, I haven't put any of these blue things down here, so I think we might need more of that one. A little more blue stars. See, I could definitely like reach this all the way, but not having a little bit more of that blue star is missing. You don't notice as much that this one, there's only one because it has similar backgrounds to the puppies, but you really notice the blue star. So let's get another little piece of this. Wasn't there a TV show about an alien called Elf? I'm thinking that's probably already on my list, but yes, there was. I watched a lot of that as a kid. I wonder if any of my feelings about cats are related to watching Elf. And now you're sitting there wondering, what are your feelings about cats, Alice? I'm concerned. Or you should be. Okay. Yeah, no, this is good. Okay, so I'm gonna start sticking them down. They're roughly in the right spot. Obviously, they're not. Alice thinks cat looks tasty. No. No, I'm not really a cat person, actually. Maybe it's because all the time I didn't realize they had an ulterior motive, an ulterior purpose. I do not eat cats, I promise. Okay, so now we start. Oh, one thing I forgot to start doing, don't do this because otherwise it's bad. We gotta curl up these little ends. It's a little bit easier to do when they're not stuck down yet. Otherwise, you're kind of like trying to squish your fingers in there. So just take a second if you're playing like this ever or right now. Like take the moment and just curl that edge up just a little bit because it's like so nice. And it's just harder to do once you've already stuck it on there. So and there come these cute little puppies. Yeah, no, see, there's some Robin Williams theme. Ooh. We did do a whole load inspired by Tom Hanks. And I'll tell you, you guys, when he came out with the thing, did you hear what he said? He said, recently, it was like in the news within the last month or whatever, he said that he's only ever made 4 good movies. But then he didn't tell you which ones he thought were the good movies. I'm like, was he just getting this so that we could all be like, he's wrong. He's totally wrong. So, oh, did I miss part of the conversation? I might have missed something. Sorry. But yeah, he's totally wrong. He has definitely made more than 4 good movies. I had a hard time only narrowing down. So we did it in October. It was members only load last year before, I think 2 years ago. So it wasn't like this past October, obviously, and it wasn't the last one because we did the Queen, or we did the Royals, I think then. I think it was one before that. Unless I got the Queen and Tom Hanks. No, I'm pretty sure that's right. But yeah. I had a hard time narrowing it down to 31 days because he has so many good things. So when he came out and said he's only made like 4 good movies in his life, I'm like, he has Alzheimer's. Poor Tom Hanks. Like he does not remember because so many good ones. That was a really fun one too. Yeah. Narrowing down Tom Hanks. The T Hanks a lot. Like seriously, best title ever. It was like, thanks a lot. Literally, that's his name, is thanks. Like T Hanks. So brilliant. I don't know if I get credit for that. I'm sure somebody else was like, hey, this, and I'm like, brilliant. So good. Yeah. Just all of the different themes that we've had, like so many times. It's like, well, that could have been like so much more. Like we could have done so many more behind that. And then you just kind of start seeing little prompts everywhere when you're in that mode, right? It's like, oh, ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, that's a really good idea. April says I got to be on the planning discussion for that one, and it was so fun. Yeah. We had to kick out good things because we didn't have room for them all. 4 good movies. So there is the question. Which 4 do you think? Like, which are your favorite? Actually, somebody did tell me they didn't like Tom Hanks movies. I'm like, they don't like Tom Hanks? Like, what? Yeah. So, which are your favorite 4 Tom Hanks movies? Now, like, if you have to go to Google and be like, what is my whole option list? I can't blame you because it's big. But yeah, what would make your list? Like, what are some of the best Tom Hanks movies? Like, is it Castaway? Is it Forrest Gump? Apollo 13? That Captain Phillips movie? Big. You already said it's big. Right? Is it Pig? Is it, oh my gosh, like I was just like, Philadelphia. Like he has done like the ones that like pull your heartstrings, and then he has done That Thing You Do, like so fun. Mr. Rogers, I had just watched that. I was late to Mr. Rogers. Okay, so I'm Canadian, so I actually didn't have Mr. Rogers growing up, so I felt like Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, like, oh yeah, I know. We had Mr. Dress Up here, and Mr. Dress Up was similar to your Mr. Rogers, but different. And yeah, so fun. Oh yeah, the Walt Disney one, right? Right. And then he's got like the Polar Express, right? We're in the Christmas season right now. Polar Express, Toy Story, right? So the Burbs. So many Bosom Buddies. Oh, see, I don't even remember. Oh, yes, that was like the where they would dress up. There was a lot of really fun movie watching as like that gets in the planning stages, and then as we're doing the load, you just start like watching a bunch more Tom Hanks stuff because it's like, well, we got to catch up, or I don't remember that one, or whatever the deal is. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have too many pieces. This one's gonna fit at the top. And I'm gonna take this green one out. This blue one in? No, I don't think so. See, I cut that blue in for probably no reason. There you go. I didn't need it. I wanted it. The Green Mile. Oh my gosh, right? The TV series. Yeah, Bosom Buddies. So funny. Like, yes, Shannon, we did a Tom Hanks load. It was a members only load that we did. I'm pretty sure we have it in our circle. So pretty sure you have membership. So as member, you can just go in. It will be one of our October loads. So 10, I think we did it in circle. So pretty sure like 2022, maybe it was the first one that we did even in circle, if that sounds right. Like from 2020, maybe? I might be mixing that one. It's called T Hanks a Lot. So when you're looking, it should tell you that, like it'll tell you the load number, and then it'll tell you like the T Hanks a Lot. But yeah, that's super fun. Oh, if I make this a little bit shorter, maybe I can cram a couple more in the top. I don't know that I want to cram more in the top, but you know, maybe I just have to. You know, I could technically cut a little bit off the top of there, and then I can fit just one more of these blue ones in here. I'm dying to. Oh, you guys are gonna check for me? Thank you. I can't think of it. I do try to add it to the past loads as well, so you can, like, the members can go onto the Scrap Happy site and go to past loads, and then I do try to list them all there. So that's something I think about. I'm definitely behind with that, so I'll have to go and catch up with some of those, linking them in there, because they used to be linked automatically when we do the loads because we weren't in our circle community, but that's kind of just changed some of that process a little bit now. Okay, I want to sneak one more little piece of blue in there. Oh yeah, when you have membership, you get access to all the old load stuff, so it's great. Okay, April says she's not seeing it in circle, so yeah, it might have to go to the past loads. Let me have a look. New, when you go to like the main Scrap Happy site, if you're logged in, you'll see a thing that says member activities, and then you go to past load challenges, and all of the prompts will be there. Oh yeah, it was 2019, so it's definitely listed here. It's the T Hanks a Lot. It was load 1019, so I don't think we were in circle yet. And I had used here, I think I have a thing I can do. There, you can see this, right? Oh, I think you see a whole bunch more of other stuff that's open all over my desk, but you can see the T Hanks a Lot. But on the member site, like you go under the member activities here, and then you can go down to past load challenges. So that's the thing. I'm going to go back to this or this. Sorry. So yeah, just kind of show you where to go. Yeah, no, I like making sure that you can just like access it if you want to. All of the ones since I have been leading Scrap Happy are there, and a couple of the member ones from before, because they were kind of set up differently before that. So apparently I can't stick stuff. So this is adorable. This page, I'm like in love with it already. And I gotta cut just a little bit off the top there. right. That's better. Good. Good. Oh, this is so cute. Okay. Yeah, so fun things. Yes, we got talking about load. I love talking about load. Anybody that doesn't know what load is, it is the layout a day challenge where we scrapbook every day for a month inspired by a theme. So back in the old days, we didn't do double challenges, but now we always do double challenges. So every day we have a story-based prompt and we have a technique-based prompt. So we get the best of both. And you can use them if you want to. You don't have to. You can totally do load without using any of the prompts. It's completely up to you how you want to do that. It's your experience. They're your scrapbook pages. So in February, sometimes we have people that are doing load so that they can just have accountability to get their December dailies. We do see some December dailies getting completed in February. And, sometimes you use the story prompt, sometimes you use the technique, sometimes you get your own thing going on. It doesn't matter. It's all about you and scrapbooking your stuff. It's literally called layout a day. It's not called do the prompts exactly how Alice says. So, it's you have your scrapbooking autonomy as well. And I love using the prompts, but I'll say like there's times where I don't. Mostly I do because I'm inspired by them. And then I will make the prompts in February and May. We always have a daily video that I create to go with the prompt. So I kind of give you information about the theme. Before you joined, Donna, like there's some in the circle and then the rest are on the Scrap Happy site under member activities. You have to be logged in to your account on the site there, and then you'll see past load challenges. Yeah, but you don't have to use the prompts. You can. I love it. April says load is a great time to finish unfinished objects, your UFOs. Your unfinished projects. Yep. If you have some of those that have been like, oh, I really want to get that page done, but I didn't finish it, it's a good time. If you have class pages that you made during a class, but you never put your pictures and your story on them and didn't finish them off, sometimes that's a good time to use them up on the days where you're just a little bit pressed for time, let's just say. And I love that we all have the chance to like we share all of our pages in a private gallery, and people have been really respectful, but I do always remind people like it's the internet. If you don't want it on the internet, don't put it on the internet. So yeah, we share our pages. If there's like stuff where you don't want people to see, like you just cover it up, right? Be like, oh, this is my picture. and you'll just maybe cover it like this. Oh, I have sunlight coming in. Isn't that nice? It's sunny out. Let's see what I can do here. I can scratch stuff on my desk. That's what I can do. That's better. Now we can see better. Ooh, now I want to stick this down. It's not standing up very much. It's really blending in. I think I'm going to have to mat these. Dare I mat them with cream? I use this paper that has the cream in the background. It's so festive, right? Like it's like, ooh, it's so pretty. And then I have these great words. I'm going to use the jingle bells for my title because I think that's fine. Mix and mingle the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Oh, that's cute. And then I've got the little bells to kind of accent with too. It says jingle bells. That's cute. And then I should look at these little pieces. Big white or cream border. Maybe, yeah, to make the stuff stand out a little bit more. I was thinking maybe like a little strip kind of behind here, and then I could add my journaling if I run a strip right down there. Oh yeah, there was lots of fun pieces in here. Oh, anybody have like a mixer like this color? So cute, so pretty. Mine is red and I like it. I like it a lot, but now I see all like the teal ones and pink ones. I'm like, I should have done my kitchen in pink. It would have been so pretty. If I had white cupboards, I totally would. I would still do that now, but we have like dark. Okay, so the wood is technically cherry, but I had it stained more like a walnut. It's so nice. So nice. All right, so I'm gonna run this down here, like this whole strip. How wide do I want it? Maybe I'll make it 4 inches. I cannot stand it. I was listening to some Taylor Swift this morning, so I don't have Christmas music in my head, but I do have that new anti-hero song stuck in my head. So anytime my brain stops thinking for a second, it's like, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. I'm like, I don't know the words yet, do I? I'm terrible at musical lyrics. Ooh, and I think I should turn this into a banner. What do you think? That would be cute. Okay. See, like this is how pages just happen. Curl up the edges of the strip. I might have to do some of that. I'm going to cut just a little bit off the bottom and then I'm going to banner it up. So I'm going to put it into, and then I'm going to put it up a little ways. And then actually, I'm just going to do this on my trimmer because it's already right here. Yes. Actually, my brother just put me on his Spotify account because I have Apple Music. But one of the things that I can't always do is I can make a playlist on Spotify and then I can share it with people. So I thought like next time we have a musically inclined load, because when I did the Beatles, I'm like, I needed a proper Beatles playlist. If we had all of those songs that we did that month on a playlist, would that not be amazing? That would be amazing. And then with this Motown one we just did, I didn't have a proper playlist for that either. And I'm like, that's what I need to have. So now I'm thinking like if we do another musical one, we definitely will need, we need to add some gold on here. Distracted much, but yeah, I thought that's definitely something that has to happen is we get to have playlists available. See, this will be adorable. Okay, so I'm going to outline the banner with my gold pen. Hopefully it'll work. You know how gel pens are. Sometimes they play so nice, and other times it's not going to be that time. Shannon said she read a book recently that had a playlist with it. She's like, I can't think of the name. You'll think of it. It'll come to you. So like in half an hour when you're like, it's this, we'll know what you're talking about. It's good. We got you. So yeah, I'm going to just do a little gold line along the edge. Oh yeah, it's working great. I think partially because this paper is textured too. It's liking that a lot. Yeah. So that's being very helpful. Last night was the Christmas light up in my hometown. Now, I'm going to tell you, it was also the Christmas light up in the town I live right now. But we did not stay here. We drove half an hour to go to my hometown so that we can go to the Christmas light up there. And I'll tell you, so cold. Like, you'd have to look it up to know exactly, but it was like minus 21 Celsius last night, which is below 0 Fahrenheit. I don't know the exact number below, like maybe 5 below. I don't even know. I have no idea. At that crossover point right there, but definitely below 0 Fahrenheit. And there was a little bit of a breeze. Now it wasn't a lot, but that little bit of a breeze was so cold. I had the rosiest cheeks and everything, let me tell you, because it was chilly. And and as soon as the parade was over, like everybody like ran into stores to kind of defrost a little bit because you had to. And like I had my full on like winter gear. Like I'm talking about no, it's actually the tabletop is like countertop material. Sorry, Ruth. um, yeah, was wearing my full on winter gear, like Canada kind of winter gear, and I was still that cold. It was bad. Okay, so the question is your rose tabletop coated in case you get something on it? It's like arborite, right? That's the stuff that countertops are made out of, arborite. It's like the regular countertop material, right? It's like just always I get that one and the cupboard one mixed up. That's yeah, arborite. It's rose top arborite. And so I don't have it coated with anything. Usually the only thing that really gets on it no, there's two. Adhesive from when I'm adhesing, so like right here, this is adhesive on my table right here. So that's one of the things that gets on there. And the other is sometimes when I spray stuff, like I'm not getting it everywhere, but it'll be like, psh, there's like a little bit of overspray. Anything that's super messy though, I tend to take it to my sink and I spray there. So I tend to be good about that. Okay. So I don't think I need to curl the edges because I did my little gold outline and it looks adorable. This pen held up nice. It is a jelly roll. My favorite with the gel pens are jelly rolls. Just putting that out there for anybody that needs to know. So here we go. Nice banner. And then I can squeak a little bit of journaling in there, you think, right? Might be able to. And I'm gonna put my words over here. This is definitely puffed up. So I'm actually going to puff up, like use puffy tape at the top for sticking it down and probably down here. I might need to add my journaling before I stick it on though. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Oh, Marcy says they lit up the tree for Boston last night too. So yeah, all the fun stuff. Okay. I might need to I'll just struggle with the journaling later. I'll be fine, right? Marcia says I saw in our weather report they were getting a blast of cold from up your way. It didn't get below 0 Fahrenheit, but it was close with wind chills below 0. I don't even know with the wind chill because like as a Canadian, I was like, I should be like more hardy than this. I wasn't. And I wasn't, but it was great. We got to meet up with some of my friends there, and then we met up with some family there, and so it was super nice. It's always nice, you know, that feeling. You know, they say you can't go home. In fact, there's probably a country song about that. Who says you can't go home? Well, it's definitely that feeling. And it's funny because my husband said you probably would have known more people at the one here in our own in our town where we live now, because I do like the swim coaching, and so I meet so many families that way. But I said, well, maybe. But it wouldn't have felt right. So one of the things they do in my hometown is they leave the main street closed off after the parade. They have a great big bonfire in the middle of the street. Like they've got one of those, a giant metal tub for it. And they do this great big bonfire. And then they, of course, they have Christmas carols playing. They have each of the shops that's participating has like little specials, and then you can pop in, and this place you can go and get cookies, and this place you can go get a bag of popcorn, and this one you can go and get cotton candy. That was one of the things I saw kids running around with last night. Yeah, so there's just all of these special little things going on at all the places. Hot chocolate, hot apple cider, So they kind of all try to do something a little bit different, which is fun. And then yeah, they had sleigh rides. Oh, not sleigh rides. I guess it was wagon rides, horse-drawn wagon rides, which my husband and I did. And then they had this little train that was zipping around for the kids that they could hop on, and it's all lit up in Christmas lights. So it was adorable. We had a great time. And even in the cold. And then afterwards, we just went to the local restaurant that's right there on Main Street. And, we went for burgers and fries. That's kind of just the end to the night, is popping into the restaurant. Right. So, yeah, really, really fun just to have that hometown feeling. Yeah, okay, this is going to work. Did I put enough underneath where my journaling is going to go? I'm going to put another piece right where my journaling is going to go, so it's a little less hard to do my journaling later. Okay, I'm going to stick that on. Yeah, and like my hometown doesn't actually look very charming. I wish it looked like one of those like Hallmark Christmas villages. Apparently there's a Christmas town that they use for a ton of Hallmark Christmas movies in Ontario. And when they showed the pictures of this little Christmas, like this town that they use for these Hallmark movies, I was like, I want to go there. It just looked so charming. But no, unfortunately, my town just looks like an old town. But it's still the old town where I grew up. Alexa says -27 is -16. Yeah, it got down to -25, I think was supposed to be for last night. And then, yeah, whatever wind chills were on top of it. Oh, it was -27 here this morning without the wind chill. The weather app says it was only -17. Yeah, cold. My husband has the greatest coat ever. Oh, I'm hooked up to this. I forgot. I don't have a lot of mobility. We'll see if I can make this work. I'll show you guys a picture of us with Santa. Now, what can I make it do this? Oh, my sunscreen that I put up here is blocking some of the stuff. So if I put this on here, if I'm not allowed to unplug this here right now, so it's not going to work. This is, I don't know if you can see part of his coat, but like he's got like this big furry thing all around his head right here. It's crazy, but you totally need it for his job. So he actually fixes furnaces and well, he does air conditioning. That's a little more for the summer. But he fixes furnaces and stuff like that in the wintertime. And with his work, he's often in places that don't have heat, or he's in their walk-in cooler. So he has his coat with him year round, like that is all year. And yeah, and then he ends up wearing that all year too. Yeah, he ends up next to the things that blow the air, like the air intakes that are sucking air into buildings or that are blasting air. So he's basically always where it's like horrible, like the worst conditions all year round. But since he got that big coat, it's called a Canada Goose snow manta, and it's the kind that they wear at the South Pole, actually. And the snow manta is like their intense coat. Like it is a real coat, let me tell you. And yeah, it's been the best thing ever. Thank you. Marcia says, I love how this used a lot of the pattern papers. And they're so pretty, right? The patterns in this collection are gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I don't want to cover that little teddy bear because he's so cute, but he's getting covered. It's just happening. It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to throw this title on here, and then I'm going to play. Oh, yeah, because my phone is plugged in. That cord is just that's it's plugged into is way too short. That's the problem. Jingle bell. Okay. So these are stuck, but they're not like stuck. And they will be some version of stuck. So, okay. I'm not going to add any more embellishments at this moment because we're going to do our draw. Yeah, the colors, it feels Christmassy. Like the little minty green feels a little soft. There is some like pink and stuff in here too, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. I wonder if I should have popped this one up. Whatever. It's on there now. It's good. And then I got to add some embellishments, but we're going to do our draw. Okay, so let's do that. So my phone, it's hooked up for a reason to help back up my internet. So that's why I'm not going to break that. But we're going to do our random number generator. We have 28 people in the house. That means out of 27, because one of them is me, we will random number generator out of 27, and then the winner will get one of these kits with all 4 of the paper collections that you saw here. So nice, so well curated. The scrap room is amazing. So if you're looking for these kits and you're not the winner that wins in 1 second, you can go to scrap-room.com and check out their kits. Now you can subscribe, or you can get the kits, or you don't have to subscribe and then you can just order a kit when you want one. So they're pretty good that way. Okay, so with these cameras, oh, I can hold it up to this one. I'm gonna hit the generate button and there you go, 22. So we got some counting to do. 18, 19, 20. Mary, congratulations. Oh, Mary is 20. I'm sorry, I messed. No, I've already said her name, so we're going to go with that. I'm sorry. Like, I can't tease anybody like that. That's terrible. Okay, so Mary, you are going to win the kit. Congratulations. You will receive the kit. I'm sorry, I like it. Yes, I swear. I'm usually a much better counter. Congratulations, Mary. You will receive a kit from the scrap room, but you have to email me. Send me your email to alice@alicepool.com and I will get you hooked up. Mary. So I always like to see when they've commented, and I'm not sure that I know if it's our regular Mary or a different Mary, but hopefully Mary will pop in. She says, yay, thank you. Okay, so Mary, send me your winning to there, and then we can get you hooked up. Oh, it is our regular Mary. Excellent. So there we go. Yes. And then you can have all the Christmas stuff. You'll get all 4 of the little mini kits. You don't get the add-on embellishments. If you want those, you have to like upgrade for that. But you'll get all of the little pieces that come, like every kit comes with some of the embellishments. You get the 3 sheets of pattern paper, 2 sheets of cardstock, and then there's 4 of those little mini kits, which is the flavors of the month, which I super love. So I hope you'll love this too. And they actually put this kit aside for you. So it's this very one. It's not like a different month. So you get to see all the goodies. So yeah, super fun. Hey, well, isn't that nice? Okay, so let's go back to here. Okay, so I can do a little bit of embellishing, probably, maybe. We'll see. I was slow. You guys, I have been so distracted by all of the fun load talk today. Like I was a little slow at doing. I try to do like around the top of the hour to do our draw, but sometimes I'm later. This is one of them. Okay, my jingle bells. I want them over here. Oh, over here. I want something over there. I think I actually want them here. Trying to fit other things on the sheet. Trying to. Sometimes I'm better at it than others. I'll tell you. I feel like with all this paper, like I don't really feel like I need to do a ton of embellishing, honestly. Like it just feels like this is extraneous and it's done for me already. So it's all good. I don't want to cover up my spot and then I'm keep trying to cover up my spot. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what makes it on here. I don't know. It might just be good as is. I think I got to pull this off right here. Oh, I don't know if I can. No, it's staying. Oh, that one's staying. Love the layout. Have a great day. You're so welcome. Thank you. Check the house. I don't really want that on there. I did like this, but I don't really want to cover this all up. I just think it's fine. Okay. Got cabinets. We got that thing. Oh, this does look like a little treat table. We were at a little craft sale. So maybe if I take a little something. Oh, that's a good spot. I can still fit my journaling around that, right? Yes. Okay, because I'm like, I want to put something on here. Don't I get to do the scrapbooking, the fun part? That's just sad. Okay. There we go. Oh, did I take the back off of it? No. Good at this, I promise. I just want to put like a little. It's not right. There's like a little gingerbread cookie. I don't know. I think I'm done. Like, why don't I just call it? Let's just call it. There's just so much going on in the background. I just don't want to wreck anything. It's just, yeah, I don't think it needs it. So sometimes we just have to call it good. I do want to add some journaling in there, but I'm not going to torture you with that. I do have a couple other pictures. So if you still have time to hang, I've got some more time and we can hang. So I think it's cute. I wanted those little bells on there anyways. And we were at a craft sale. So having like, okay, the craft sale didn't have baking. Seriously. How could nobody book a table and bring baking? This is like nightmare. Oh, Mary, just so you know, you're only messaging me now, which is totally fine. But if you want other people to see. So here we go. I'm calling it good. Like, I feel like I could have something up here, but I don't. And maybe I won't. So we'll see. When I add journaling, sometimes it's like, but it's so cute. So here we are with Santa. Oh, I know I should be doing this. Because that's what we set it up for, so I don't have to fight with cameras that can't focus. The titles, yeah, the title goes good. We've got I think pulling a little bit of that neutral kind of cream paper, yes, it was cream, into there, it fits so perfect. The little bit of gold that I added, I like that around there. Us with Santa sitting at the table, you can see all the little tables in the background. And because it's like hometown stuff, I'm like, I know the person at that table, and I know the person at that table, and I know the person at that table. Like, seriously, this is like, yeah. So it's great. So that is my page. And like I'm looking, I'm like, did I make this one crooked enough? I don't know if I did, but it's staying there. It's good now. So that is that. Okay. And I'm gonna put this up here. And then I have a different project. It's also kind of in Christmassy-ish. So I have this obsession with taking pictures of my feet by the fire for some reason. And this time Jonas was sitting with me. So I have pictures of both of our feet by the fire, but bare feet always, like always bare feet. And this is the day that we put up our tree. So that's kind of special. And then we also made hot chocolate. And the tree is still undecorated. It has lights on it because that's how it comes, but it is still undecorated. But hot chocolate curled up by the fire, I just love it. So those are my little the first Christmas moments of our season. So that's what I wanted to kind of document with this, was our first signs of the season. And yeah, like, anybody that doesn't like feet, look away. Because here they come. Yeah, I think doing that. One of the things that these pictures will probably also end up going into, and I'm fine with that, like the also part, is my Christmas album that I make each year. And I don't know that these are going to make like go into there right now. They'll probably do a page. I like to have a few pages, but do you guys want to see the one that I just did? Or I'm partly done, not actually done. Feet in the sand when you have a good pedicure, right? Feet in the sand. Okay, so this is the one that I've been working on. It is not done, but it's the one for my 2021. So I haven't made the one for this Christmas because I usually do that in January. But yeah, this is the book that I put together. I printed off a bunch of photos from last Christmas, because normally we do this in January, but last year I didn't. So I have a whole bunch of photos that are all related to Christmas. I pretty much almost exclusively put Christmassy things into the book. And then once I've got all the pictures printed, then I start putting them into this book. But the thing about my book is that it's a Christmas card album. So while I do create the book with like my pretty pattern papers, one of my big goals is to put my Christmas cards into the book. And you can see this is last year's parade, actually. My mom and dad were wimps. They didn't come out this year. I'm like, come on, wimps. But yeah. And last year their theme for the parade was really cute. They did a redneck Christmas, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, I've got pockets for cards, and I've got cards put right into the coil of the book so that you can still open them all up and still read all of the sentiments. So this one is actually just mounted on the back of another card, but yeah, I try to maximize my use of the space in here. It was by the fire. I'm not kidding. This is a thing. It's a thing that I do. And then, I'll make a couple of little flip outs or different things for just for fun, showcasing different things that we did, little pictures that came in Christmas cards, more little Christmas card stuff. And then I work all my photos into it. As you can see, I'm not all done yet, but I do have the base of the book built, and all of the cards are attached already. So I have all of the cards input into here. And now it's just a matter of me getting the rest of the pictures and a few little stories. Did you make the book and bind it first and then open it back up to add the little insert parts? No, everything, I make it all at one time. So I cut the cards and I cut the papers all at one time. And what did I see? I think I used about 18 pieces of paper. So like if you flipped and counted the pattern paper, I think there's about 18 sheets. I make it 9 by 6, 9 by 6, and then with the 6 you get 2 out of every piece of 12 by 12 paper. So 18 sheets, you need about 9 sheets. I usually have more than that. Like if I don't have 9 sheets of one collection, sometimes I pick 2 collections that kind of go nicely together. And I don't do a ton of embellishing in the books. Like I do little bits here and there, but it depends on what I have. I don't like them to get too chunky as they are. I'm kind of maxing out my coils, so I find that to be hard. But when I'm putting the book together, I also cut the cards, but I'm really conscious when I'm cutting the cards to make sure that it's a card that works to put into the binding so that I can still access it. So some cards, like this one was a handmade card and I didn't want to cut it up. So it's just attached to another back of a card, actually. Dawn is asking how I coil it. I have a cinch machine. And so you buy the open coils and then you use the cinch machine to cut all of the holes for it. And then also it squishes the coil closed with that. And I just like it because, you can do all the fun things. Like he graduated that year and now that's always going to be in my Christmas book that I got his little grad photo to go with this. And I like to save like the return addresses as well. I think that's kind of special. And if somebody has sent a card that has special like Christmassy kind of stamps, I usually cut those out and keep them as well. April says it's a great idea because I never know what to do with handmade cards that people send me. So as you can see, this one isn't done, but I have kind of planned for a couple fun things. So this was like a 12 by 12 sheet that had like this big Santa. So I've had to cut off some of his beard, right, to get him to fit on the 9 inches high. But then I decided that instead of cutting the paper into 6, I just folded it in a little bit. And so when I decorate this one with pictures, I'll be able to fold it out, but I'll probably still kind of leave Santa winking at me in there, right? So I could have folded it the other way. Maybe depending on what I decide to do, I might still do that. Who knows, right? Because I haven't finished all of this yet, but I have all the pictures printed now so that I can add them in here. And then, yeah, pictures like this, especially in this size, are pretty great to go into the book. So if I don't turn this into a layout, they might just be already pre-printed for my album. And then at the end of the Christmas season, like I usually hang all of the cards. Oh, I don't have the one on this one here. I usually hang all of my cards in the house. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so you can see I have like this banner that says Merry Mail and I hang all the cards off of there. It has like little sparkly clips to hang them onto some ribbons. And then at the end of the season, I grab all the cards and then I pop them into an envelope or something so that I have everything together so that when I print the photos, it's all ready to do. Yeah, and I just love the idea of putting all those cards together because I really like looking at them again and seeing all of that. Like for me, that's special, seeing all of them. And you can kind of see like the pockets, the photo cards, the little handmade cards, right, so that you can access them and see them all. This one here was fun. Like, so she sent me a recipe for fudge, so now I have the fudge recipe right here with her Christmas card as well. And yeah, and just little flaps and fold outs, always going to the parade. So lots of fun things into that. So that's what I'm thinking of. And honestly, like looking at like the papers that I got in some of these other kits, if I don't make a layout, maybe that might be the start of my next Christmas book for my 2022. We'll see kind of what works with that. There's some things like I like them to be somewhat traditional. I really love it when I get like a red stripe paper. Like you wouldn't believe how much this makes my heart like that was like, oh, it's so Christmassy. And seeing that Santa, he looks like the Coca-Cola Santa. I'm like, yes, I love that. So yeah, that's something that I'm thinking of. So whether I do these on a layout or not, I'm actually undecided now. I just want to start my next app. I want to start my next book, even though I don't have my cards yet. So I can't actually finish the book. Like I can't put it together because I would need to be able to cut the cards, but I can start planning it. That's for sure. And then, yeah, all of the stuff that I need for this is actually packed in a bag. Yeah, that's what I do. And one of the things that I struggle with is buying a little too much Christmas paper sometimes. You know, I do with other papers too, but Christmas papers especially become a problem. Yeah, so let's see. April says, my wheels are turning back in the day. Close to my heart used to make 9x9 albums, and I found the size worked really well for me. It was 3/4 of a 12x12 layout, and my brain kind of works better on a square page. If I bind my own, I can make it any size I want. Thank you, Alice, for sharing this. You're welcome. One of the things I do when I'm prepping it is I actually make a little list of all of the things that I'm trying to include in there. So I will like write down all the different events that we did and all the different stuff. So because, you know, and then I put the dates on there so that I can just pop that right in without having to kind of look things up. It's all December, so like would it matter like if it's on the 14th or whatever, but I usually put it in anyways. It's a chance for me to use a little date stamp or something, and then I carry that throughout the book usually. So yeah, that is my instruction page for the book as well. Let's see. Read my post. Donna says, does everyone know how to get that size of prints in the app that you taught me to use? Yeah, so whether you're doing them, like depending on what you have for a setup, printing smaller photos is possible. I think we ended up getting you onto like Project Life or something like that, Donna. Can't remember which app we ended up going with, but yeah, if you struggle with printing smaller size photos, like I like printing at home because I can just have it in my hands right now. Yeah, there's different apps that you can use to drop your photos in if your photo printer doesn't kind of give you good options for choosing sizes. Yeah.
Frame.
I have the hardest time with my machine. Oh, go ahead.
Pick frame. Pick frame. That was the one.
Oh, the pick. Okay.
The pick frame. That's the one
Pick
you
frame.
showed me how
Yeah,
to use.
I've used that one. I've had like a 3 that I have like been like, oh, this is great. Yeah, Canva.
Well, that's what you
option
taught
for
me.
size. Yeah, the pick frame is good because it has a few simple layouts and it just makes it so fast, right? Like that's I think why we went to that one. It doesn't have tons of like extras that you have to kind of work around if you just want to do something simple like putting more than one photo on the things. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, bigger coils. Definitely the smaller ones. Like this is a little overstuffed, right? It's because it doesn't sit. If I had a bigger coil, that would be better, but I find bigger coils are harder and harder to find. So if somebody knows a track on larger coils, then I'm Definitely, am interested. That is something that I could use. Yeah. So Beth says your Christmas in January lists really help keep me on track to get all the photos during December. Thank you, Beth. So that is another thing that we have going on right now is I run a class every year called Scrapbook Christmas in January. And in December, I kind of just say like, don't forget this and don't forget this and don't forget this. Like each day I've got like another little, oh yes, you might want to grab this. And it's not just things that are like to I try to tailor it around like what a lot of people will have, but then I throw a lot of extra little ideas into things that you might need. Maybe you don't do Santa photos, for example, like you didn't grab your friends, go to the craft sale and get your picture with Santa or stop him on Main Street at the parade to get your picture with Santa with your husband. But so I've got like alternate ideas. Oh, maybe if you're not doing that, you might have this instead. And it's just different things. And I think it's so easy. Oh, Dana's showing me some of the pictures that she's printed that are already together in the smaller sizes. That's nice. Yeah, I think that being able to look at alternate ideas, like maybe I don't do Santa photos, but what do we do instead? Like looking at your own stuff. Because I think sometimes it's like, we didn't do anything Christmassy. And like maybe you're the queen of like Christmas baking and you're just not thinking of that, right? You're like, well, actually, I baked like 5 different treats like last Tuesday. But you don't have like a picture of all the cookies laid out on the table. So when we talk about Christmas baking, I'll give you some ideas on things that you might want to capture that are part of that. I think in Christmas baking, we specifically talk about some of the shots that you can include to try to make the photo taking a little more fun, right? It can be the pictures of your hands, like actually doing some of the action, or, somebody like biting into that cookie. And actually, here's a secret. If you're ever like, oh, pictures of me eating, that's a horrible picture. It's the anticipation of eating that is the better shot than the actual eating. Like the actual eating, not the prettiest picture, but the anticipation of eating, super fun picture. So note to self, when you're taking the pictures, it's that little change. If you want to have like a picture that just like, especially if you're trying to do pictures of yourself, that's a big difference for me. A picture of me chewing on something, not a pretty picture. I don't want that. I don't want to scrapbook that. But that anticipation of eating something, it's just that moment before it. That's the difference of having a picture that sometimes feels a lot more fun to scrapbook. I love it. So little photo tip of the day. And anytime you have a photo and you're like, oh, I have to be in this photo, just know you're going to be in the photo and be like, okay, well, that's not debatable. I'm going to be in this photo. So one thing that you can do is kind of lean into a photo. Anytime you're leaning into a photo a little bit more, it's almost like you're embracing that camera. You're looking a little bit better. Now, look at the difference. I don't want to be in a photo. 45 chins versus, oh, I'm leaning in. I get 1 chin. Like, hooray. And like, trust me, my ability to scrapbook a photo is definitely different based on how many chins I have. Like, so anytime that you're kind of like, just like that little bit where you're like, okay, come on camera, here I am. It's going to make your photos just that little bit better. So if you're going to be taking that photo anyways, take a photo you like, take a photo that you enjoy, and we're going to end up scrapbooking the other ones, but when we're at least in charge of them, then we can get pictures that we like a little bit more. So there's my tip. Lean in, embrace the photo. I recently had shared pictures of me in all these t-shirts. So this is one of my t-shirts. Scrapbooking is not a hobby, it's a way of life. And I'll tell you, I took a lot of photos. And at first I'm trying to take photos like, nice picture. Okay, that's like awkward. I look so awkward. But I just set it up and I took like a bunch. And then the more I started that were like really silly, like, like kind of stuff, the more those pictures became really fun. And then I had more fun with it. And as I was having more fun with it, the pictures just turned out better. So, there's that line between like having fun and like, haha, you're laughing so hard that you're like braying like a donkey. I don't like those pictures of myself either. but, I tend to have those ones. So yeah. Silliness comes across as great energy in photos. And April says, my tip is the more photos you take, the more photos you have to choose from, and you don't have to use the least flattering ones, right? When you get one shot, it's like everything's in that one shot. But if you have like 25, the hardest part is just like throwing out the bad ones. Make sure you throw them out because you don't want to print that one by accident. Did that one year, it's hanging on my mantle and it is like giant. I printed the wrong one. Yep, so it can happen. If you do pictures on live with an iPhone, you get to go pick the one you want to use. Absolutely, such a good tip, Donna. Those live photos, they kind of give you that, this wasn't the perfect shot, but I went into this and it was so good. Yeah, delete the bad ones. Decide what you're going to keep. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap it up.
Can I
Apparently, I
tell you?
didn't scrapbook that. Go ahead.
Okay, so on your iPhone, it does under photos, you can choose live, which is up here in this corner. And when you do, it's like taking a mini video.
Yeah.
And then you have all these little, at the bottom, it has all these little pictures. If you hold your finger down, you can see it moving. Have
It
you
feels
used
like
that?
taking like Harry Potter photos, right? In Harry Potter, how they have these live moving pictures, and that's what these live photos are, and it's so fun. I think before I wrap up, if anybody wants to do some show and tell, if you've been working on something and you're like, I made this thing, I would love to see it. So yeah, if anybody has made a thing, doesn't have to be a scrapbook thing. Maybe you made a scrapbook page, maybe you were making cards, maybe you like had some other little crafty project on the go. You're like, I made my bed. I don't care. Like, go ahead and show us what you made, and it would be great. If you do want to share something, just go ahead and turn your audio on. So otherwise, we ask that you keep yourself on mute. And then if you turn your audio on, then I'll be able to know and I can bring you up. So, or you can like turn your camera on, wave at me. If you have,
Let me show you this, what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Put me in the,
there we go.
So when you're doing, I'm like, now there's too much of a glare. Let me see if I can get the glare off. Okay. Can't see it.
Yeah, I know, like tech and filming tech is
I can't get the glare to come off. Anyway, when you're doing a dog, it shows them moving.
Mm-hmm.
It shows, can you see her now? No. And you
the
can
live
hear.
Photos are very handy. And yeah, you
it
get
shows
a little
on
bit
the
of
side.
audio.
It shows on the side. To work. There's too much light.
I don't think that's gonna work. I'm just gonna take that off for a second.
It's not gonna work. Take me off. It's not. Oh well, I tried.
Yeah.
I did a page, Alice.
Okay, let's see. Kelly, let's bring you up and put you on spotlight.
Yeah. My goal today is to finish up my son's graduation album. So
amazing.
So
when did he graduate? Was that this year?
2021. So last year.
Okay. Like you're not even barely behind. Look at that. Like getting
I
this done
know,
already.
But I mean, it's he's my youngest, so
Uh,
part of me, like, I really should have had this done like last year. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have that much to do, but I think part of me has been like blocking it, like, oh, when I finish scrapping this, it really is all over.
we try not to should on ourselves, right? Like try not to should.
Yeah.
I
So
should have
yeah.
done this.
Anyway, but I'm gonna get through it today because I have a lot of other fun things to scrap now, and
Um,
yeah, like my oldest got engaged last night. I was like, okay, now we're moving into a new phase of things. Like I got to get this thing done.
I love it.
So, but
Yeah.
this celebrate. This was like a pair of glasses that we had that people wore at their party, graduation party, and then the star over here came from one of his decorations too. So, anyway.
Aw, so it's actual scrapbooking, like with real ephemera.
Yeah, like
Yay.
real live ephemera. Isn't that amazing? So anyway, so I was excited we were having this today, so I had a reason to make myself sit down and work on it, and I'm gonna get it finished today. So anyway, thank you, Alice. Super inspirational.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I love seeing it. We get tips, we get like awesome scrapbook pages. So fun. Well, congratulations to your son. That is
Yeah.
very exciting news.
Yeah, it's weird.
My goodness. Your boys are just like a little bit older than my boys, I think. Well, no, like the one is older.
Yeah, I think your boys are in between mine. I have a
Yeah.
23-year-old, Chet's 23, and then Ethan is 19.
Oh, so like Joe and Chad, I think, are the same age. So, because yeah, Joe's 23 too. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine him getting engaged right now.
It's just like
Says the mother that was engaged when she was 17, but you know.
It's just an out-of-body experience when it's one of your kids. You know, you're like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm not old enough for that.
Right, I agree.
They've been together for 3 years, and she's awesome, and they're really good together. So I'm excited for him. It's a good thing. It's happy. So
Awesome news.
so
Thank you so
bizarre,
much.
but great.
I know. It's like, oh my, that's good.
Yes, April, it puts a totally different perspective on age when your kids reach certain.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when I was 17, when my kids turned 17, I'm like, don't be thinking what I was thinking.
Exactly.
They were nowhere near that, so that was fine. Yes. Anyone else have something you'd like to share? Like, please turn on your mic. Now is the time. We have like a couple more minutes and then that's it. Anybody that's been watching today and is thinking, I missed out on the fun. I'm watching this on YouTube. How do I get part of this? Underneath this video, I will have a link that says scraphappy.org/subscribe. Oh, hold on. It looks like this. I can put it up. Oh, is it this one? I don't know. Maybe I did it wrong. Haha, it looks like this. There we go. So that is yeah, subscribe. That's where you can go to get on my email list to know about these. And you can also check out the information about the free calendar to know about my free events. You can also just go to Scrap Happy and check out our membership. We have a lot of fun things. And I think we are the most affordable scrapbooking membership online. I try to make it like an easy yes. I want to make it an easy yes. It is literally less than $10 a month right now. So that's really good. I did have something I wanted to put up for you guys today. Oh, where did it go? I lost it. Okay, here it is. Right. This was in my email yesterday. This is my shopping list for this year, my Christmas shopping list. Number 1, scrapbooking supplies. Number 2, number 1. So I don't know what's on your scrappy shopping list, but I'd love to know. So if you got my email, my Scrappy Sunshine that came out yesterday, then hit reply to that and let me know what's on your scrappy shopping list. Yeah. Yes, and April says, plus you get 3 loads a year. There's also a mini load. We're working on setting up a reunion for next year. Got lots of stuff happening, so lots of stuff lots of stuff. It's lots of fun. Okay, well, we are going to wrap up right there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for accompanying me as I made this fabulous page. Like, so good. The designers of these papers, so good, right? Like this one was amazing. This was the Simple Stories Mix and Mingle, I think, right? Is that the one that I finally chose? And then a shout out to the Scrap Room, like a huge shout out to the Scrap Room. They have sponsored the prizes for these events all year, last year, and then I think the year before, and they've already said they're in for next year. So I'm like, you guys are so sweet. But their kits are amazing. So I encourage you to check them out. They're affordably priced and so much fun. There's so much goodness within the kits. And so much you can do with them. And then they have like a lot of support for them too. So it's not like you're just on your own and like, I don't know what to do. They have sketches, they have cut files, and then they have a whole design team that actually use all of the supplies. And then you can just like borrow their ideas too. So there's a lot of fun. And then of course you can join me and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the kits as well. So there's a lot of fun with that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas if you are just joining us for this. And we will be back with our next Scrapbook Live in January. Members, we have stuff going on next week. I've just, oh, there is another really fun thing. I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys. On Wednesday, December 7th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we are doing a special Scrap Smarter session. So it's just a one class, like just one class, not two fingers, just one. And we are going to have Kara Miller, who was formerly a Cricut, oh, what do they call their experts? A Cricut expert. And she was formerly a Cricut expert. And now she has like this really cool system that she's using to like streamline her scrapbooking process and really make things fast and simple and make beautiful pages. So she's going to come and show us that on Wednesday, and that is free for everybody to attend. And if you're on my email list and you're here today, then you're automatically in. Otherwise, you can go check it out get on that email list at the scraphappy.org/subscribe. And I'll have all the information up on the Scrap Smarter page, I think later today. Cricut ambassador, maybe? I don't know. She's a Cricut expert though. But it's also going to apply, like the stuff that she's showing us would work for a silhouette machine, would work for a Brother Scan and Cut. So really good ideas for anybody that has one of those electronic cutters. Super good. And I think what she's doing is really fun. So I'm excited to do the session with her and we can like pick her brain for those hard things. Oh, Donna, your puppy is so sweet. So sweet. We need a puppy cameo before we sign off. There we go. Oh, puppy disappeared. She was up there on the camera. Oh, there we go. Now we got some puppy snuggles in. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Have a great day, you guys. And thanks for joining me for our scrapbooking. I look forward to next time. Happy scrapping.